One of my favorite areas, and probably the most impactful area that I've seen, is that of the community and environment you're in. Hi, it's Dr. Matt Harkness with Allied Physical Therapy Wellness Community, where we believe that health is a journey, not a destination. Something as fundamental as movement should not be complicated. That's why we focus on what we call a habit-based approach to staying healthy and being well. And it isn't just about exercise, killing yourself in the gym, lifting lots of weights, walking, running. No, it's much more than that. It's about a community. It's about taking a holistic approach, considering nutrition, stress management, your mind, your mental health, and being around others that are like-minded. So we are here as your guide to get you moving and being the best version of yourself and simplifying movement and, of course, as we always say, getting you back to what you love. So this episode of the Wellness Connection, we're talking about life expectancy and how to live as long as you can and feel good and make sure that you are living a meaningful life. So let's take a look at some statistics. So since up to about 1980, I should say, that comparable countries to the United States, we've all been on an upward trend of our age is increasing. We're living a longer life. But since 1980, the US has been kind of flattening out and even declining, where other countries, say such as Japan, they continue to live a longer life, and I believe that their life expectancy average is about mid-80s, 85. Here in the US, we're about 80 to 82 years old. So some recent data in, I think it was the Peterson Health System Tracker data revealed that since about 2019 to 2021, life expectancy dropped 2.7 years. So that is a significant change. Also, since that time, other countries have kind of rebounded and they're kind of going on the upward trend, and the US has not rebounded. So, why is that? Well, let's consider a few things. One is that, in terms of maybe the focus of medicine has been more about, how can we spend money to get better? Medication, doctor's visits, etc. And even it shows that we're spending about $4,000 more per capita than other similar countries on healthcare, and we're still declining. So why is that? So one of the areas that people can shorten their lives significantly is, say, with a fall. They're older, in their senior years, and they fall and they break their hip, their leg, or something that keeps them from doing what I just talked about, moving regularly. And yes, that can be, you heard, of course, with friends or loved ones that, they were in their mid-80s or so and they fell and broke their hip, and then they pass shortly thereafter. So, balance is really important. So making sure simple things like, wear good shoes, a good shoe that has support, that's tied up. It's usually the simple things that may cause you to lose your balance. So, make sure you don't clutter around the house. When you're out in an unfamiliar area, just use a little bit of extra caution. So, and then of course, some simple habit-based exercises to improve balance. I love the sit to stand, and when you're sitting in a chair, just stand up, slowly sit down, do 5 of those a day, and after a month, a year, it will change your life in terms of strength and balance. Also, eating habits, and nutrition. Here's my water bottle here. It says 3 a day. I guess it's kind of focusing there. You can't quite see it, but I try to drink 3 of these a day. 1 before I come to work, 1 at work, and then 1 before I go to bed. So good nutrition helps to good hydration helps to lubricate your joints, keep your cardiovascular, ward off infection. Also, nutritious eating. And again, I always like to think practical. It doesn't mean you can never have a cookie or a sweet or a glass of wine or a beer occasionally, but you do have to do it in moderation. Be mindful. One thing I always say is slow down your eating, and your body will say, I'm full, I'm satisfied. And then, don't eat so fast that you're just overeating and you don't even realize it. One of my favorite areas, and probably the most impactful area that I've seen, is that of the community and environment you're in. It can actually really make a significant difference in your life expectancy. I mentioned earlier that Japan has probably the longest living average age. In Japan, they stick together as a family. They have rituals and traditions, and they really kind of stay in the same area geographically, and that attributes to why they live such a long time. So again, in this digital world, just like you're watching this, it has many benefits. There's some great value in being able to order groceries online and pick them up as we do, or even having them delivered. But it's important that we physically are in a community with family and friends on a consistent basis. And the community should be positive, it should be encouraging, it should be, looking at ways that we can improve our health and our wellness. And so, for example, at our house, we like to, in the evening, hit the pool together after work, or maybe go out for a walk, or even simple things like having some beautiful flowers, getting out and watering the flowers together with, say, my son. So, and you have to stop, also evaluate what your community, what are they telling you? Is it a lot of doom and gloom and just, negativity, or is it, a community of gratitude and gratefulness and, considering our blessings and this great area that we live in, and these conveniences that we have, and just making sure that the community you choose, be intentional about it. And so yes, very important, a good community. So one of the most impactful things that I would say in terms of a wellness activity that combines everything that we talked about is walking. Walking is something that's simple, it's easy to do, it prevents atrophy of muscles, prevents the potential risk of falls because it improves your balance. It's also something that you can do with a friend or family member. So you have a good community, good conversation. You're getting your cardiovascular system working, endorphins going, helps to reduce stress. You get to appreciate the beautiful nature we have, whether it's the sky or the sunset or the sunrise early in the morning. But yes, walking is something that is really, really beneficial as a longevity habit. Even if you can't take a walk or you skip it, for whatever reason, simply, as I mentioned before, park further away from the store. Get more steps in. If you're waiting and you're outside or something, do a few, laps around your house and take a look at, just your hedges and how's everything look on your home, or whether it's at a store, that's a safe environment. Walk around back and forth a little bit, but just don't statically stand in one place. So, thank you for joining us. And yes, again, as we always say, something as fundamental as movement should not be complicated. And by applying these principles, good community, some regular exercise, hydration, being mindful, all these things will help you live longer and beat the odds. So once again, be sure to visit our website at alliedpt.com. There are many great resources. There's 3 of the books available on our website, but I think there's 7 available absolutely free. Check our Facebook page, our Instagram, and of course, if you like this video, send it to a friend. And by the way, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. And by completing this video, you indeed are putting your health as a priority, because you want to get that consistent diet of good advice, and that's what you get here at the the monthly Wellness Connection. And last but not least, remember, click on the link here if you're struggling. We are here to help you, to be your guide. Click below if you feel like I'm having some nagging pain or my balance is declining, I need some help. Make an appointment and you'll get our free awesome water bottle. And so thank you for joining us, and we will see you on our next episode of our Allied Physical Therapy Wellness Connection video series.